Hi, Brian, ZL3XDJ, back for a very short video. Thanks for joining me and watching. So this is sort of in return with regard to an email I got this morning from a friend in the United Kingdom who has been a shortwave listener for quite some time on the handbands, and he really enjoys that side of things. But he has been talking about going forward and getting a license so he can in the future transmit. But he's not. He's not the let's say he's not the wealthiest person in the world, so he's been looking around to see how he could start, if he got a license, how he could actually get on the air and start enjoying the hobby. And unfortunately he came across a video on amateur radio, and he was a bit put off, actually, because it was mainly showing you how much equipment this particular person had, and how much money he had spent. And he said that it's not the cheapest of hobbies to get into, and it sort of put my friend on a bit of a back foot, thinking that he might go through everything to get his license and maybe not be able to afford to buy any equipment or get on the air at all. So this is just sort of started out the video mainly in reply to my friend, so he can watch this. But if anybody else might find it of interest or get something out of it, I don't know. But anyway, I just wanted to let him know that you can, once you get your license, you can get on the air quite easily and quite cheaply. It's you don't need a lot of money. You don't need big shacks and lots of equipment and big antennas. Obviously, if that's the way you wanted to go, fair enough. A lot of people have big towers and amplifiers and lots of different radios, and that's fine. I've got nothing against that. But when people sort of think or say that it's quite an expensive hobby to get into, I sort of think that's not exactly right, because it's not, if you want to get in. So there's quite a few ways, obviously, as a lot of us know. I actually started off. Let me just turn the camera around here. I actually started off 30 odd years ago, and I got my license, and at the time, obviously, to get a full license, it was a CW test as well. And obviously, if you have got means to do CW, you can buy a lot of equipment that doesn't cost a lot of money, and CW doesn't require a lot of power to get some QSOs, get out and about, or even work DX. And I actually started off, as you can see on the screen, I started off with a crystal CW transmitter called the OXO some years ago, and I had that running for about 4 years in the shack before I was able to buy any second-hand commercial gear. But there is on the market today, of course, there's lots of ways. As I say, if you're actually proficient at CW, or you want to go and give it a try, it is a great mode. I use CW 99% of the time, and I have done for 38 years. And I've used power as people have seen in the past, I've used power, from the little QRP 5-watt radio, an 18,000 mile QSOs round to Europe from New Zealand. But there's a lot of other people that are using all kinds of various equipment that you can buy or make, and so forth. I got this little radio. In my case, this one was actually built for me because I'm no longer able to do stuff like that. But that was very, very cheap. I can't remember exactly, about £30 or $40 or something like that. It was very cheap, and it's a brilliant receiver. And that was from this guy here, who is it's called Labs, QRP Labs. And he's got, if I just scroll down, you can see he's got many different types of radios for CW and digital. And he is hoping to, I think, look into sideband later on, and all at very, very cheap prices. So if you are able to get a license and get on the air with CW, there's a whole host of things you can buy. And to get you on the air and get started, you don't have to buy a huge big tower and a big amplifier and a big radio to actually enjoy the hobby at all, And also, I'm just looking on. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a winter throat here. As you can see here, there's any number of other radios that you can buy, which are CW and sideband, and which are relatively really good, well priced. I'm just looking along here, 20 multiband, $140, $200, $108. And so forth. One over here, the $32. I just probably need to say I'm not getting paid for mentioning any of these things. I'm just literally pointing them out just to let people know what's around. And for anybody that's interested, a guy called Walt, Kilo for Oscar Golf Oscar, has a video channel on YouTube, and he uses a lot of these radios with antennas, simple antennas that he's built, and works to DX all the time. So there's no reason that you have to think about spending lots and lots of money to get on ham radio and enjoy the hobby. There's lots and lots of, if you're just into sideband, as I say, there's lots of, I think this is, I'm not sure where I'm on at the moment. So yeah, this is, I think it's eBay and AliExpress and all things like that. But there's any amount of radios for $100 that'll get you on the air. And as I say, if you watch, there's a lot of people, a lot of other amateur radio operators on YouTube that are making videos about 20-watt sideband and simple antennas. So it's not as, unfortunately, as my friend was told, it's not an expensive hobby to get into. You can literally, spend what you've got. You can build. You can get kits that are built. You can buy something straight off the internet. And yeah, it's not going to give you instant DX around the world. If you want instant DX around the world, you've got the money, you buy big radios and big amplifiers and big towers and beams and all of this. That's not to say it's guaranteed to give you DX every day of the week, because it all comes down to, as we know, propagation and grey line and time of the year and all these things. So as I've managed to do recently with, as I say, it is CW, and I know everybody's not into CW, but for me, 5 watts gets me 18,000 miles, so I'm really pleased with that. And as I say, it's very cheap. I've only got a basic vertical antenna outside, no towers, no amplifiers, and no big beams or anything here. So that's just as I say, it's just a short video with some basic information for anybody. For my friend who will get to see this video before it's published on YouTube probably, but for anybody that's trying to get into the hobby and feels that they've been told, or they've learned, from various YouTube videos or whatever, that it might be an expensive hobby to get into. From my point of view personally, I don't think it is at all. I think my first radio was the wee OXO direct conversion. I think it was about 30 years ago. I think it cost, at the time, we're going back because I am old, I think at the time it cost me about £5. I ran 1 watt from England for about 4 years. I made hundreds of contacts, and I even managed to from England. I even managed to work New Zealand, where I am now, on 1 watt CW on 40 meters. Granted, the propagation so forth was absolutely at its peak then. So, but you don't have to spend a lot of money, as I say, to get your license and to get on the air, and then go from there. And that's what it's all about. Adventure, experiment, enjoyment, meeting people on the air, whether it's through CW or sideband, or even some of the digital modes. I think the QRP Labs now does fantastic small digital units, which are very, very cheap, and you can get on the air and have some fun. And for me, that's what it's all about: getting on the air, and see where your signal goes, see who you can talk to, and go from them. Build a dipole, build an end fed half wave or a vertical, and just start off. Just use a bit of speaker wire, and go from there. And you'll find that you don't need a lot of money to take. Let me look up here a second. To take this is the important bit here. You get the license, and then spend a few bucks here and there, get yourself on the air, and it's a fantastic hobby. After 38 years being licensed, I still enjoy everything about the hobby. I have no negative things to say about the hobby at all. I think it's got something for everybody, and as I say again, you can start off with something very small, get you on the air and work your way up. And if you got a lot of money, fair enough, go and buy yourself a big rig and a big tower, and I don't know, maybe I think a bit different to a lot of people. Having a small QRP rig, I really enjoy. If I had a big radio and a big amplifier and a big tower, I'm not guaranteed to say that I'm going to enjoy the hobby any more than I do now with just QRP and a few watts. There's something there to suit everybody. So just go for it. Go for it. It's a great hobby. Have a look at what's out there, and I'm no qualified electronics type person or anything like this, or I'm just Joe Blogs in the street, but I have been around for a wee bit. And if you want to add any comments below, or you want to send me an email, My email address is on QRZ, so you can, if you want to send an email private, you can do. Ask any questions you want, or any way I'm able to help. Anybody else, especially, you know, anybody wants to get into the hobby, and the young people, yeah, there's ways and means to do everything like that. And we'll look forward to seeing you or hearing you on the air. And hopefully it won't be long before my mate in England gets his license, and we've got another sked and another DX contact and another friend that I can make, which is all good. Thanks to everybody for watching this. It's only a wee short one, and then we'll catch you in the next one a little bit down the road. Have fun in the hobby. 73s to everybody from New Zealand. Brian, ZL3XDJ. What time is it? Time for a coffee. Catch you later. Bye.